Hello everyone. If I ask you to close your eyes and imagine chessboard, what will you do? You're like, what crazy is he? What is he saying? How is that even possible? Well, in chess we have something called as blindfold chess, where you close your eyes and play game. Like you visualize the entire chessboard in your mind and play chess. If I ask you to play, I'm not asking you to play a game. I'm asking you to imagine chessboard like that. You will say that's literally impossible, right? What if I tell you, what if I show you a game played by the former world chess champion Alexander Alekhine, one of the greatest attacker of all time, like close to the legend of Mikhail Tal, he was in that level. I'll show you a game of Alexander Alekhine. He didn't play a blindfold, just a normal blindfold chess. He played a blindfold simultaneous exhibition. That's basically you're playing a blindfold chess not against one chess player, against many chess players simultaneously. That sounds crazy and it like sounds almost unbelievable. And this happened in the year 1941. That's close how much? 84 years old. Sorry, 84 years ago. This happened. This happened. I couldn't get more details how many players were playing in the simultaneous exhibition against Alexander Alekhine, but Alexander Alekhine was playing against many chess players in a blindfold. Other players were playing on the chessboard, he was playing blindfold. And this is one spectacular game. This is brilliant game. How many of you heard the game Gold Coins move? Like one of the greatest queen sacrifice in the history of chess. The game is so goated, like people shout gold coins. People shout gold coins in the to the player who played as white. Sorry, black, yeah, Frank Marshall, who played as black. People shouted gold coins for him. And this game is like, I would say more like a replica, like something similar happened, and that too in more crazy and like spectacular manner, that is blindfold chess. I'll show you the game. Before that, I'll just tell you two important rules in chess. The concept is how to develop an attack in chess. See, always remember, whenever you're playing a game of chess and whenever you're seeing this game, I'm not just showing you this game just for fun. You must also learn from this game. How can you play? How to play middle game? What is the course of moves? Like how should you think? Thought process. Everything you'll understand when you learn this important rule. The concept is how to develop an attack in chess. Basically, whenever you're playing a game, like you're playing a game to attack and win the game, right? You're not playing the game like you're starting the game and telling your opponent, no, I'm not going to attack you. I'm just playing for myself. You do whatever you want, I'll do whatever I want. You're not playing like that. You're not playing like that. You're playing a game to crush your opponent, to defeat your opponent. To defeat your opponent, you must attack. You cannot write a letter telling your opponent, please resign, I'm your friend, I'll pay you, I'll bribe you. You cannot win the game like that. You must crush him, you must attack him. So the question is, how should you attack? This rule is like, I would say this is the golden rule for an attack, like the secret recipe or secret formula for a successful attack. So the rule is very, very simple. Like if you want, like if you have a pen or a book, like it's better if you note down this rule. This is a goated rule. This is literally a goated rule. So basically, whenever you're playing a game of chess, find forcing moves. Forcing moves will be like either an attack, so either a check, capture, or attack. Find a forcing move that will attack the opponent's weakness. Like it will be king or a weak piece or a weak square. You must attack the weakness in the position. Generally, you're attacking the king. Find forcing moves to attack the weakness. For unable to find the forcing move, see which piece is not doing great, make them better. I hope you can understand. It's pretty simple. Find forcing moves to attack the weakness. If you're unable to find the forcing moves, which piece is not doing great, make them better. I hope you understood very clearly. And let's see the game. Alexander Alekhine was playing as white and he started the game with the move e4. His opponent played the move e5, d4. This is called as a center game. Just a normal chess, like not great opening, but if your rating is like below 800 or 900 or 1000, this is a great opening. If your rating is about 1500, I'm not recommending. If your playing rating is about 2000, don't even dream of playing this opening. So in this position, black captured, and now it's white's turn, and white offered second pawn. Like I would establish a ground rule here. At any moment of the game, do you feel like, okay, what should I do? You can pause the video. Nobody's restricting you here. You can pause the video and think, what should you play? That's completely your choice, and you must, like, I would encourage you to do that. And the game c3, capture, and knight into c3, and this is called as the Danish gambit. Very, very powerful, like, very powerful opening. Why? Because basically you're like following the opening principles. You're bringing the pawn to the center. You're developing your minor pieces. See, in chess, you should make sure the minor pieces are looking at the center. They should be looking at the center. You should have a pawn in the center. You should castle. All these are the basic rules in opening. You're doing this effortlessly. In the game knight c3, and opponent played the move bishop b4, pinning the knight. Now the knight is pinned. If the knight moves, you can capture the king. No, you cannot capture the king. Yeah, basically you cannot move the knight. When the knight moves, it's a check. Now it is white to play. White played bishop c4. Now there is a pin, but this pin is not creating any threats. Like, honestly, opponent cannot capture any piece. Like, he cannot capture this pawn or anything in the immediate next move. So Alexander Alekhine played bishop c4, and his opponent played the move queen e7. My bad. Queen e7. This is really bad move. Like Alexander was playing as blindfold, and he was like, buddy, are you blind or I'm blind? I'm world champion. What are you doing? Don't bring the queen early. He brought the queen. See, just imagine you're playing a game. Who's the current world champion? Gukesh. Or you're playing against Magnus. You get an opportunity to play against Magnus. You play something like this. This is really dumb. You're getting a once in a lifetime opportunity to play against one of the best players in the world, and you're breaking the rules and bringing the queen early in the opening. I have no words for him. So this was really bad move, and Alexander Alekhine was like, I'm the world champion, you have the audacity to capture my pawn, come for it. And Alexander Alekhine said, knight e2, if you only can capture the pawn, feel free to capture the pawn. I don't know what in the game black didn't capture. If he had captured, then there was very powerful move, queen b3. I just attack the bishop and planning to capture the pawn. Opponent has two options. Option number one is to capture this one and defend it, or defend directly. If opponent defends directly, now we can play bishop into f7, giving check to the king and check to the rook. It's not rook, knight. Okay, just kidding. Okay, if opponent captures with the queen, we capture the bishop, and the position is clearly better. If you count the material is even, but white's pieces are way active. The rook can come to the center, the bishop can come at any moment, and white's doing fantastic. Let's assume instead of queen e7, opponent plans, like, he's like thinking smart. Okay, you're attacking me, right? Okay, let me capture the bishop, then defend. Then there is no problem. If opponent plays something like this, this is like your opponent is playing really dumb. Because you can capture here, you cannot capture with the knight because your king is on the check. So you capture, and if opponent plays something like this, now you have many good moves. I would say something like castling. Next, you can bring the bishop here or knight like this, rook here. See the mobility of your pieces. The pieces are doing fantastic, and this is a great position. So in the game, all this didn't happen. In the game, knight e2, knight f6, castle, and now from here it's white to play. What should white play? Like, let me tell you one thing. Always remember the concept of happy pieces. What is a happy piece? See, a happy piece means a piece which has lot of square to move. It's like a free bird. It can travel anywhere it wants. It has lot of squares to move, and if possible, it can attack his opponent. That is a happy piece. And what is an unhappy piece? Means a piece which is trapped or doing nothing, which has no square to go or doing nothing or trapped. That's the unhappy piece. Whenever you're playing a game of chess, make sure all your pieces are happy. Please remember that. Whenever you're playing a game of chess, make sure all your pieces are happy. And in this position, it is white to play. And white realized these three minor pieces are doing fairly great job. The bishop on c1 is still sleeping. The bishop on c1 is still lazy. It's not doing anything. So bishop g5, utilizing the bishop to the utmost potential, pinning. And in this position, it's black to play. And mind you, this is really worse. Like, what should I tell you? Like, the way he played is really bad. Honestly, this is really dumb. The move he played was really dumb. He played queen e5. Some of you will ask, like, what's the problem? Why did you add it as a blunder? Well, honestly, we generally add blunder because if a piece, like, you generally lose a material, then we add the blunder. But here the reason I added this as a blunder because this is really bad. Really bad. Like, this is too stupid. In the opening, you should not move the queen like this. And especially don't even think against world champion. This guy is moving the queen 3 times in just 8 moves. That was really bad. And it's white to play. If you want, you can pause the video and think what should white play. Actually, the move in the game was bishop into f6. Some of you might think, let's play f4, attack the queen, protect the bishop. This looked like a smart move, but the problem is queen c5 check, attacking the bishop, attacking the king. Opponent cannot save the bishop because king is hanging. If opponent moves, then you lose a piece. That's really bad. So you have to play queen d4. Capture. Like if I turn on the engine will say like the black is slightly, it's around equal. Engine might say something like that. But this position is really bad for white right now. Because this position is bad for white. Because always remember, a player who has less material. Like you are playing a game, you have less material, avoid trading. You have more material, go for trade. If you count the material, black is having more material. Count the pawns, black is having 7 pawns, white is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Only 6. If you count, I'm sure you'll not get more than 6. White has only 6 pawns. White is down a material and white should not trade queens. Especially don't trade queens. And if you play f4, the problem is opponent will force you to trade the queen or you'll lose the bishop. So you have to play here. And this is not good for you. So in this position, f4 is a bad idea. I'm sure many people will think f4. That's a really bad idea. The move is bishop into f6. See, in chess, in open position, don't give up the bishop pair. Like bishop pair, like having bishop pair is like it's like you're having full power. Like they are insane. They are insane. Together they can even take down anything. They are super powerful. Bishop pair are like, they're awesome. Like they're like whole another level. You generally don't give up the bishop pair unless you gain some great advantage. In this position, not Magnuscarlsen, what did I check? Not Magnuscarlsen, not at all Magnuscarlsen. He was not even born. Alexander Alekhine decided to give up the bishop because he realized something. He can attack after this one trade. He can attack his opponent continuously. That was very important. So in this position, bishop into f6, queen into f6, and d5, attacking the bishop and the queen. Here, like if possible, it's good if you pause the video for each move. Like just simple. Try to find attacking move. Each move, try to find attacking move. Try to find attacking move. Each move. Each move, look for attacking move. And in this position, Alekhine played the move e5, kicking the queen. And sounds like what? You're giving up the pawn for free. Opponent cannot capture because the bishop is gone. So in the game, queen c5, and here it's white to play again. Black is saying, I'm going to capture the bishop. And Alekhine said, dream on. And he played rook c1. The idea is we're protecting the bishop with the rook and also attacking the queen. How come? Let's assume opponent plays some dumb move, something like this. We can give check, capture, we can sack the bishop, and we can smack the queen. It's winning. This is really great. This is really great position. Even the position is a little complicated, but I'm sure this position is really great for white. So some kind of threats like that. And in this position, black moved the queen again. Let me tell you one thing. When this move happened, like when black played the move queen a5, the game was like, it was move number 12. In the past 12 moves, white has developed all his minor pieces. He has a pawn in the center. He has castled, and it's like he's having a great position. And black managed to move his queen 6 times. Just imagine the like stupidity. This is really not at all a great move. This is not at all a good idea. You're playing against a beginner. Just don't do this one even against a beginner. And against GMs, don't even think of doing something like that. So in the game, queen f5, and it is white to play. It's white to play. What should white play? White played the move a3, kicking the bishop, and this position, black realized the bishop is gone. These squares are not available. So if opponent plays here, we can simply play b4. It's a fourth, so opponent capture and white's clearly winning. So black realized, oh, anyway the bishop is going to die. Okay, let me capture now itself. He captured, we captured, and he played the move c6. And here it is white to play again. What should white play? Again, look for attacking moves. Don't play some passive move, something like h3, like knight here. We don't want to play some moves like that. If you play e3, you lose the pawn. You'll find some attacking moves. Look for attacking moves, everything. If you want to become a great attacker, you should find attacking moves, not defensive moves. If you look for defensive moves, you'll become a great defender. Like, not even a defender, like nothing, you'll become nothing. If you want to become a great attacker, you must find attacking moves. Let me tell you that. Remember that. In the game c6, and it's now white to play, and white played the move knight e7 check, king h8, and here white played one beautiful move. This move was awesome, and here white played the move queen d6. Very, very powerful move. What's the specialty of this move? This move, basically, now we are threatening something like ng6, and we capture the rook. This is very powerful discard attack threat, and also this move is not allowing this pawn to move. What's so special? When this pawn is unable to move, black cannot develop the bishop. It's very hard for him to develop the knight. It's very hard for him to develop the rook. Basically, this move is paralyzing nearly entire queen side. How good it is, right? You're making your queen better. You're connecting your rooks. Rooks are like looking at each other. They are connected. You're connecting your rooks. You are making your queen better, and also making your opponent's pieces passive. This is like brilliant. Like, this is a brilliant move actually. Why did I hide brilliancy here? Queen d6. Black played queen d8. Look at the position now. Look at the position. White went to become greedy. He brought the queen. In the first after a couple of moves, he brought the queen. He made his queen move for 6 times. He lost a piece. And in the move number 16, he went back. And all his pieces are stationed in the last rank. And it's Alexander Alekhine's turn. He couldn't find any attacking moves now, so he decided, let me make my pieces more happy. So he called his knight. Did a WhatsApp call to the knight saying, come on, buddy. Knight came, b6. And here, he could have played knight f5. But he realized something else. He realized, oh, I want to attack the king. Why? There is hardly any defenders in this area where the king is residing. Only the rook, which is defending the f7 pawn, but there is no one defending these squares. These squares are defended only by the king. If you're able to bring pieces and attack those squares, then the chances of winning are really high. So he made another WhatsApp call and he called the rook. And the rook went to c3, c5, and df5, bishop a6. And here, I would like to pause the video. I'll give you only 5 seconds. That's all time I give you. Guys, if you want to pause the video, you can pause the video for hours, but don't sleep there. I would like to ask you to pause the video and think for what did Alekhine play here. Because the move he played in next was so spectacular that forced his opponent to resign. This was great. This was fantastic. And this is similar to gold coins move, as I mentioned earlier. So it is white to play and find the answer. Your time starts now. Alexander Alekhine played the move queen g6. I have no words to say about this move. Look at the brilliance. This is if there is any Nobel Prize for a chess move, if there is any Nobel Prize for chess moves or combinations or games, then this game really deserves one. Deserves one. This was awesome. Black has 2 pawns. Looking at the g6 square, he cannot touch the queen. It's like literally you're walking on the fire. You're walking on the fire and fire cannot touch you. If the fire touches you, the fire will get hurt. The queen is going to the position and telling, I'm not in danger, I'm the danger. This is so awesome. This is so awesome. And black resigned here. Black resigned. Can you even believe it actually? If black plays something stupid, we can easily checkmate. If opponent captures, let's assume opponent captures with the h pawn. Now rook h3 is a checkmate. Game over. Okay, if opponent captures with the f pawn. If you want, you can pause the video again. Now there is another brilliance is coming. The move is knight into g6. You sacrifice the knight. Basically, you sacrifice the knight to open the h file. And now it's a checkmate. See how beautifully the rook came in handy. Okay. Okay, opponent cannot capture, I understand. Okay, the check plan is to checkmate, right? Okay, what if black plays rook g8? Protecting everything. Still we have the move queen into h7. Opponent has to capture now. And now rook h3 is checkmate. This was the game. This was the game of Alexander Alekhine. How was the game? How was the game? Fantastic, right? See, from the beginning of the game, this game was so goated here. From here, there's an opening here. See, this is one thing. Opponent is pinning us, but this pin is not creating any immediate harm. We should see that. Okay, opponent pins us. Is there any immediate harm? No. Then let's focus on developing moves. If there is an immediate harm, let's unpin. That's how we must do. In the game, bishop c4, queen e7, knight e2, like ready to sack the pawn. Like we are telling our opponent, buddy, I'm ready to give up the pawn, but I'm not going to compromise on castling. I'll castle first, I'll focus on development. And castle, and from here, like he made sure all his pieces, minor pieces are happy, and opponent made this another big mistake, and from here, the fireworks started. First you give up the bishop, and see from this move until the end of the game, which was like from next, how much? 11, like nearly 10, 11 moves. Every move was an attack, trying to find attacking move, and d5. Like every move was an attack. Keep finding attacking move. If you can find an attacking move by developing a new piece, that should be your priority. And a wonderful game. And this move was queen d6. Like you can see the power of this move, right? Making opponent gone. Like opponent is gone in this move. And yeah, developing your pieces, and finally a brilliant queen sacrifice. Yeah, well, if you have come until this part of the video, then I'm very, very happy for you guys. Like, I know most of you will not watch until the end. Like, if you're able to watch until the end, like, I would ask you to subscribe for the video. And yeah, keep waiting for another video. Like, we are planning to do a lot of more such videos. Actually, the problem is my time constraint. I want to do like a lot of such interesting games. Like I have tons of games in my database, and these games will teach you a lot. I want to show you these games, but my time constraint, like if you watch until this this moment and like you loved it, then please comment and tell like you loved it actually. Then that will be more like a motivation to make more videos. I'll try to do more videos, like, and thank you for your time. Have a nice day.